Hello ChoroQ Chibikko lovers. Today I picked up three loose models from my local toy store, and let's go over these guys. So naturally I don't have the packaging, but I don't care. I think I actually have this casting just in a different color. But anyways, this is the first generation Mazda RX7, and it's nice that they tell you what this is on the back, although I wish this wasn't here at all and it was just all on the bottom. But it's number 32, this casting number. But they're going to have different liveries, within this casting number. Just keep that in mind. That's how Chibikko seems to work. Alright, anyways, I guess in Japan, yeah, I forget, it's called the Savannah. And then here on the bottom, it says 2006 or 5. Man, the thing's so small. Uh, 2005. Standard construction, we have a screw in the front and a tab holding the back. The tire's a little jacked up, but these Chibikkos, whatever rubber they're using, I think it might be a silicone. It never seems to harden or go bad. It's very soft still, very soft. And the reason why is because these are wind-up toys. So this is a little pullback, and they go really fast because they're tiny. Unfortunately, they don't have many castings of wheels, so we're going to probably see these wheels again. But anyways, being a plastic body, really tight panel gaps. Look at the fuel filler. The door handle has some dimensionality to it. The molding strip here is sticking out a little bit. The windows are recessed a little bit. It's got the molding there. Going to the front, we have orange in the turn signals and black and some streaks in the grille. A little molding again on the bumper looks good. And then the pop-up headlights and the vent details up here, really tight, very nice. You can actually see the motor right there, the gears of the motor. The roof, not much. This side looks the same, just minus the fuel filler. We have the hinges for the back glass. And then this wing seems to be a separate piece. Wasn't molded very well, but whatever. The taillights are pretty plain looking, but they're printed on better than I could ever paint it. So yeah, that's it. Chibikko RX7. I just like this green. It's like Kermit the Frog kind of green. My phone makes it look a lot more vibrant than it is in person. It looks really almost like a neon in my phone screen, but to my hand it's just like a muted, almost dull green. So I apologize for that. And then with your phone or your TV or whatnot, it's going to look even crazier. I'm going to pull up some different images for each of these models. So next up we have the Mazda Carol 360. And yeah, it's a cartoon, but look, this car in real life looks like a cartoon. It's so small. This is a person's head right here. This is a tiny K-Class vehicle, like the first generation of K-Class. So the 360 means it has a 360cc motor, which is pretty small even by motorcycle standards today. But anyways, this guy's car is awesome. He has totally modded it out. It's so cool looking. Okay, back to the toy here. We have a kind of a cream color. My screen makes it look white, but it's actually an off-white cream color. And then the roof is kind of like a pinkish. It looks red in my screen again, but it's lighter than it is. Alright, so the molding details are printed on nice and silver. The windows are actually transparent, but really smoked. And here, yeah, the wheels are the same as the last one. So actually the tires look different though. No, I'm mistaken, they're the same. Okay, the tiny little door handle details there. Let's go to the front. I think that's actually transparent. The whole body is one piece of plastic, and then they just paint them really well. So let's see if we get some light up in there. Yeah, see? Yeah. It looks black to the naked eye. It's really darkly smoked. They're trying to hide that motor in there. I can't really see the motor through my screen here. Okay, so orange turn signals, and these are raised. Tiny little grille details or something. I'm not sure, because the engine is in the back of this thing, so I'm not sure what those vents do. There's a little chrome strip here, pretty neat, and then there's the old school Mazda logo, which is really neat. Focus, come on. This thing's tiny. Yeah, there it is. I kind of feel like the logo should probably be closer to the hood edge, but maybe I'm wrong. Anyways, you got the chrome detail. It's kind of fading out here. This is a used toy after all. Maybe someone actually played with this thing. So going to the back, it's all vented here because the engine's back here. It's got the red on the taillights, and this is casting number 51. But again, there might be many different colorways of this same casting. So the number isn't related to delivery, just the mold. Alright, so a really cool car has this like overhang for the rear glass. And then we have the hinges for the trunk, or maybe that's the hood if the engine's under there. And then how old is this? Let's see. I think 2007. Yeah. Alright, standard construction as usual. So molded in bumper, painted silver. Yeah. It's cool. Another cool one. Alright, let me get some new images. Alright, the last one is the Mazda R360 Coupe. Focus. Here's, gotta give credit to these people. I don't know who drew these, can't read the signatures, but they look pretty cool to me. And so this is another 360cc K-Class car. So tiny in real life. Same wheels as the other ones, tiny door handle details. The window molding again is painted nice, and then the roof is a dark pink, I guess, a little darker than the last one, I think. Go to the front, we have tight vents there, the old Mazda badge and written as well, and then some bumps for the turn signals painted orange. I'm guessing those are transparent again, these headlights, but they're recessed nicely, and this silver for the bucket, I guess you would call it, going around that headlight. The bumper is painted silver. We got some black here underneath for these vents. This side, I don't see a fuel filler door, maybe it's in the rear. Red here for the tail lights. What is going on? Hold on here. What is this, a stain? Or a mold? Oh no, that's a bump. So maybe that's the fuel filler or something. I think it's intentional, or no, maybe that's just a blob of paint that pooled. I can't say for sure. I'm not sure. Or possibly that it was a bump and then the paint pooled around it. Anyways, I'll have to get past that. Weird that there's no silver trim around the rear glass, but it's around... Oh, the front one also is missing. So only the side windows have silver. The windshield and the rear glass don't. Interesting. Hinge details, vent details, because the engine I think is probably in the back of this as well. A light maybe for the license plate. Unfortunately this thing is covering it up. It's just casting number 47, and this thing is from 2007 as well. Maybe it was a Mazda collection or something. I'm gonna guess in the real world these are the same chassis, you know, both rear engines. It's just that one is like a 4-door family-ish car. This is just a 2-door coupe. But I might be wrong. Yeah, they're definitely different looking though. Okay, let's get some other Chibikkos out. Alright, so yeah, I did have a red version of this thing. I added black paint to the wheels. Otherwise I left it alone, but you can see the wheel difference here. Black painted versus non. Got some other old ones here. This is a Honda S800, casting number 12. Chibikko's done some European. This is a Lotus Europa. How old is this toy? It says 2008. I really like the gold pinstriping on that one. Sadly, this one is not labeled very well because I don't know what it is. It's just labeled always. It's some sort of collection. It's one of these trike things. I swapped out the wheels. I don't know if it's a Daihatsu or a Mitsubishi pet or I don't know. A lot of these companies started out making trikes after World War II. This is an Isuzu Bellet, I believe, and I swapped out the wheels with like things that are meant for Hot Wheels. This is casting number 28. This is a Cosmos Sport, so I'm assuming this is a Mazda, but I think the Mazda Cosmo, right? Casting number 11. And the last one is this funky, what is this? That's a Daihatsu, I think. Yeah, Daihatsu Coupe, casting number 31. Okay. So as you can see, one nice thing about Chibikkos is they're tiny. They're smaller than ChoroQs by quite a bit. In fact, let me go find one. Yeah, we have to make some room to fit the regular sized Choros up here. So here's a the SA22 full size version. I think I took the wheels off and painted them black and then used poster putty on this one. But this one has this gimmick of the flip up lights. Again, these are toys meant for small children. I just happen to have the mentality of a small child. And then I also have the full Choro version of this thing, which is on, the sticker fell off. And so, well, that's a shame. I wouldn't know what this thing is at all if it wasn't for the fact that I have this small version, which is I've forgotten, the R360 Coupe. So let's put those next to each other. Put these RX7s next to each other. Get these other guys out. And this one's just gonna have to stand on its own. Alright, so they're definitely bigger, right? It's maybe 1.5 times bigger, if I had to guess, the width of it, and like 50% bigger. So, but the details are great. The only lacking detail on the Chibikkos are the wheels aren't specific. They're less castings of the wheels. A lot of the regular ChoroQ wheels aren't specific either, unless it's the ChoroQ Zero line. Alright. So very cool. Yeah, I'm probably going to get more Chibikkos. You know, I have almost all the castings of the full-size ones, and yet the detail of these are pretty nice, so if they come up cheap, I'll buy more. So hopefully, if you like this video, stay tuned. Thanks, see you in the next one.